Hello, Dragon Ball fans. Welcome to the King's Court. Okay, so this episode was actually pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The last two episodes were kind of slow, but like I said, I feel like they're because it's already been confirmed that Dragon Ball Daima is gonna be 20 episodes, and that's gonna be ending around late. This is episode 15, which means after this one, we got five more. So that means it should be ending around the end of February. Yeah, the end of February. So that means we're starting to get into the really, really good stuff. Dragon Ball always delivers at the end of these big arcs. Like we all know about the Cell games with Gohan going to SSJ2, Goku going turning into a Super Saiyan originally, the Buu arc, the Red Ribbon arc, the King Piccolo arc. Dragon Ball always delivers around this point and period during big arcs. So I'm expecting something crazy to happen in the upcoming episodes. But this one was pretty good because just like the last two, it did some build up. But a major fan theory was confirmed. So before we get to that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell. This is the new one we're gonna do. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I think we could do it. So, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see Dragon Ball content, shoot, anime content in general, shoot, why not? Leave us some suggestions in the comments if there's any you want to hear us talk about, and we'll definitely get to it. So, the episode starts off where the last one ended. They got through the shield that was originally set up by Neva decades, or shoot, centuries, most millennium even maybe, to get to the first demon realm. But Goma's forces are basically all just going crazy to stop them under his orders, obviously. So this is going on. There's a huge fight. Vegeta, Piccolo, Goku, everyone fighting all of the Demon King's forces in order to basically raid the castle to rescue Dende. Now, also, they mentioned that they're also going to fight the next Tamagami and get the next Dragon Ball, which is we already knew this, but they still don't, because to us as viewers of the show, we already know that Majin, Ku, and Do already defeated the third Tamagami, so we already know they have the Dragon Ball, but they don't even know this yet. So, well, scratch that. Goku and them don't know. But we already know that Arinsu has a rat amongst them, basically. So she knows that they're on their way with the other two Dragon Balls. What they don't know, she already has the third one. So something really crazy should be happening with that. But during this fight, the most hilarious thing happens. My boy Hibus, he ain't no simp. Dude's a Chad, not gonna lie. Because when Goma first sees that I guess you call them the Daima crew, have broken through the seal and are now in the first demon realm, he right away notices something about Hibus. Now, for a long time, this has been a really strong fan theory. The the belt buckle that Hibus has been wearing this entire time has been confirmed to be the third demon eye that Goma was originally going to use one of his other wishes to ask Shenron for. Now, we got a little expository information from the narrator of the show that apparently this is a very powerful relic that only the Supreme Demon Kings would be able to have. And it was lost during the reign of King Deborah. We already know who Deborah is. During his reign, no, before him, his father's reign as the king. So apparently we find out that Deborah basically overthrew his own dad. And he needed to do this by getting rid of the eye. So he basically hired a goon basically to take the eye to the third demon realm, the one where Panchi is from, and hide there and meet him there eventually so he can obtain the eye and become king. Well, he never did because he was attacked by one of those giants in the third demon realm. So Deborah never knew that, but it didn't matter because apparently he was powerful enough to overthrow his father and take the throne for himself. So, man, Deborah is more cold-blooded than we thought. So, this is making me wonder just how strong was his father with the eye, because apparently this relic is so powerful. This is how the Demon King is able to rule all three realms unopposed. And now I'm a little rusty on my power scaling, a little bit. But if I remember right, it was confirmed a long time ago that Deborah himself is as strong as Perfect Cell, if I remember right. So this means even when he has that, when he overthrew his father, he. I'm assuming that the demons don't train like Saiyans do. So I'm assuming he was probably around the same power level when he overthrew his father, which means with that eye, he was probably more powerful than Perfect Cell and SSJ2 Gohan, which is insane to think about because Gohan was struggling in that fight with Deborah when we saw him during the Majin Buu arc originally. So the idea of that is crazy. So I'm really wondering just how powerful will it make Goma? Because I'm assuming they're setting this up for Goma to eventually have that third eye. That way, I'm assuming what will happen. All of like the Daima crew, Goku, Vegeta, are gonna have to like all basically work together to defeat the Demon King. I'm assuming that's where it's gonna be aiming towards. But before we get there, Goma needs that third eye. So he commands the Supreme Kai's brother. I forgot his name. I'll leave a picture here. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. To basically get the eye. And he doesn't know how to. So we see the boy Hibus. He's basically just fooling around doing Hibus things. And a demon girl out of nowhere comes out and starts just complimenting him and everything and promising and saying how much she likes his belt, and she offers to basically plant one on him and give him a kiss if he gives her his belt. And my boy knows that she was coming on way too strong and that she's for the streets and rejected her right away. Oh my god, was it funny. But he's willing to trade it for her hat. Also, before this, they showed a backstory, like a quick flashback of how Hibus found it. He was just dancing in the middle of a forest and found a box with it in it, and he just plopped it on his belt buckle. My God, I love Hibus. He's probably my favorite character to come out of Daima, at least solely for comedic reasons. So, yeah, she got the belt buckle and got the demon eye because I'm assuming she's going to take it to Goma, but she doesn't know whether she should be happy that she succeeded in her mission, but she's also she's kind of insulted that he rejected her like that. Oh my god, that was so funny. But while this is all going on, everybody's still fighting all the Goma's forces until Panchi's father, the king from the third demon realm, comes and gives a huge assistance and helps them fight them all off. So there was a lot of action in this episode. It was really good. So much so that even Piccolo was almost willing to basically be like, he basically said he could regenerate so he could take some hits, but Neva obviously pointed out that something we all know. If a Namekian is hit in one of their vital areas, primarily their head, they can't regenerate and they're dead. So he pointed that. I don't know why, but when Piccolo said that, he made me think of the famous scene where he takes Nappa's energy blast to save Gohan. I'm like, Piccolo cannot catch a break. Poor guy. So Goku tries asking Neva if he could also set up a shield for them, and now he's playing the feeble old man card, which is strengthening my theory that he's up to something, but only time will tell. So after they manage to fight them all off, Goma is desperate, and the episode ends with him reluctantly having to use I forgot what they were called, but basically his goober version of the Ginyu Force. The dudes that, not gonna lie, it was nice that they bought Majin Kuindu chocolate, which, by the way, we also saw Majin Kuindu for a split second. They were just sleeping. I really like these guys. At first, like a lot of people, I wasn't sure if I liked them, but I'm really starting to warm up to Majin Kuindu. I like these guys. And that's pretty much where the episode ends, and that was the main things that happened. Although this, I'm kind of starting to think that probably we will see either a new fusion or a new form, because Vegeta was finally willing to eat one of those energy bugs, because since they don't have sensu beans. So this makes me wonder, because they already set it up, so they gotta show it eventually. I wonder if they are going to use that fusion bug to fuse him and Goku later on. Maybe like to defeat Goma. We'll see what happens. But like I said, that's pretty much where the episode ends. But before I sign off really quick, there was a little interesting scene that got my attention during the end. Now we all know at the end of every credits, at the end of the ending credits, there's always a sneak peek to the next episode. Well, there was, and in the very, very, very last scene, we see the Supreme Kai's brother holding a gun to Dende's head. And remember, Dende's, that's already insane to think about, that they're actually doing that. But right now, Dende is just a baby, a helpless baby at that. And he full on is willing to use him as a hostage and has a full on gun to his head. That's, whenever we think Dragon Ball, obviously we think, powers and everything. So usually a gun isn't really like, a problem or like a big deal unless you're Goku getting hit but in Resurrection F. But the fact that he has a gun to a helpless baby's head, this is crazy. Daima, I'm gonna be honest, has been delivering so far. I think this episode was really good and really entertaining, and I'm super excited for what the next episodes are gonna have. So let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. I thought it was pretty good, and that's pretty much everything. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.